Imagine this. It's a year from now and your bank account is finally starting to look like the woman you always knew you could be. You're paying your bills without that dreadful noise of panic in your stomach. You're saving, you're investing, and you're making choices from a piece of calm, not fear. You feel spacious, you feel free. But here's the secret nobody tells you. You don't get there by grinding yourself into dust and hating the journey. And you definitely don't get there by waiting for your paycheck to give you permission to feel worthy. I used to believe all that. And trust me, I was doing it completely backwards. So today, I'm going to show you the exact internal shifts that let me feel wealthy way before the money arrived. And I'll show you how to think, decide, and act like a millionaire now, even if your current reality feels a million miles away. For years, my story was once I make more money, then I'll feel confident, then I'll be disciplined, then I finally take myself seriously. I was literally waiting for my first $100,000 to hand me confidence, my first million to grant me peace. But the real turning point, it didn't happen when I hit my first six figures. It happened with the first serious chunk of money I managed to save and invest. And more importantly, it happened when I changed the way I saw myself. It happened the moment I decided my future self was more real than my present circumstances. That's when it clicked. Abundance isn't a number in your bank account, it's an identity. You go from being someone who waits for life to happen to someone who builds a life on purpose. You go from someone who spends whatever they make to someone who directs their money with intention. Money follows your mindset. It doesn't create it. All the wealth you see out there, it's just the lagging indicator of an internal shift that already happened. And I remember this one specific period in my 30s. I wasn't just starting from zero. I felt like I was starting from behind. Way behind. I'd look around at people who seemed to have it all figured out, and the shame was heavy. My life didn't scream millionaire at all. Honestly, it barely whispered getting by. I lived with this constant low-grade panic, that feeling that I was perpetually late to my own life. There was no big inheritance, no lottery win, no wealthy husband. The turning point was a quiet decision on a random Tuesday morning. I was looking at my finances, feeling that familiar dread again, and I just thought, no more. Not I'll deal with this later, but this part and this feeling, it ends now. Nothing about my bank account changed in that moment, but everything inside me did. And I decided right then and there to start acting like the woman who was already building wealth. The woman who respected her money, her time, and her energy, no matter how little of it there seemed to be. I started showing up as if my future was non-negotiable. That decision, that identity shift was the real start. It didn't make me rich overnight, but it made me ready. So, how do you actually do this? How do you make the shift feel real? It all comes down to 5 core principles, and these aren't just nice ideas. These are active daily practices. Principle 1, choose your identity first and let the numbers follow. The single most powerful thing you can do is to switch from wanting something to being someone. So stop saying, I'm trying to get better with money. Can you feel that struggle in that? It practically invites failure. Instead, you declare, I'm the kind of woman who is excellent with money. I'm a person who builds wealth. I'm someone who makes intentional financial decisions. When your identity changes, your choices change automatically. You don't have to burn through willpower because you are just acting in line with who you are. So ask yourself, what would the millionaire version of me do today? She probably doesn't scroll on TikTok for hours on end. She doesn't let fear of her banking app paralyze her. She invests into her skills. She pours her time and energy into things that generates more joy, more impact, and yes, more income. Start with who you are, and what you do will follow. Principle 2, treat small money like it's big money. And let's be real, if you can't respect $100 bill, life is never going to trust you with 100,000. Abundance is proven in how you handle what you have right now. I see so many people blow their current income with it's only attitude, spending it like it doesn't matter because the amount seems small. This is a scarcity mindset. Plain and simple, the millionaire mindset sees every single dollar as a seed. Every single dollar has a job. Every dollar has a purpose. Maybe its purpose is to cover your rent, which buys you shelter and safety. Maybe its purpose is to buy a book that gives you one brilliant idea. Or maybe its purpose is to sit in an investment account, gathering friends. When you track your money and you treat it with respect, you're sending a powerful signal to yourself. I'm a masterful manager of resources, and the universe loves giving more resources to a good manager. Principle 3, aggressively upgrade your standards and your environment. You are a product of what you tolerate. Let that sink in. Abundance isn't just about what you gain, it's about what you refuse to put up with anymore. This means raising your standards for how people treat you. It means saying no to things that drain your time and energy. It means curating your environment with extreme intention. Unfollow the accounts that make you feel like crap. Mute the friends who only ever complain and never ever build. Your physical space, your digital space, your social circles are all feeding your energy. A millionaire mindset doesn't have room for chaos, drama, or disrespect. It cultivates an environment of growth and high standards. This isn't about being a bitch. It's about self-preservation. Your energy is most valuable asset, so make sure to protect it. Principle number 4, act like millionaire in your daily micro decisions. Wealth isn't built in one big dramatic move. It's forged in the tiny, boring daily decisions that nobody else even sees. It's built in the micro choices. Do you hit the snooze button 3 times and start your day in a deficit, already resisting your own life? Or do you get up when you said you would, honoring the promise to yourself? Do you spend your evening scrolling through curated versions of other people's lives? Or do you invest this time in reading a book, planning a project, or learning about new asset class? The person you want to be is built in these tiny moments. Embodying abundance is choosing the slightly harder, more disciplined action over and over until it's just what you do. It's about signaling to yourself 1,000 times a day that you are serious, you're not doubling on wealth, you're committed to it. Principle 5, stop chasing and start attracting through self-trust. Here's the truth that might sting a little. Desperation repels opportunity. The energy of chasing clients, chasing approval, chasing money is an energy of luck. It screams, I don't have enough. And opportunities run the other way. The millionaire mindset operates from a place of calm confidence. It's an energy of attracting, and this doesn't come from wishful thinking. It comes from radical self-trust. It's the unshakable, boldly belief that says, whatever happens, I can figure this out. It's handling a setback, not with drama, but with strategy. When you truly trust yourself to handle anything, you stop panicking. You make better decisions. You see opportunities where other people see problems. This calm-centered energy is magnetic. People want to work with it, invest in it, and be around it because self-trust is the ultimate currency. Okay, this all sounds great, but how do we make it real right now? Here's a dead simple routine you can start today. Spend 5 minutes journaling daily as your future self. Don't write a wish list. Write as if you already have it. Start with, I'm so happy and grateful now that fill in the blank and describe your life. Feel it. Then spend 5 minutes on money check-in. Open your banking app. No fear. Look at the numbers without judgment. Just acknowledge what's coming in and what's going out. This practice builds intimacy with your money and removes the fear. Next, on a weekly basis, schedule a 30-minute money date with yourself. Use this time to review the spendings, plan your savings, allocate your investments, and learn one new thing about money. Read an article, watch a video, listen to a podcast. Make it a nourishing ritual, not a punishment. And then once a month, choose one small abundance upgrade. And this is not about splurging. It could be decluttering your wardrobe to make space for the clothes you'll buy when you land that new client. It could be buying the really good coffee and savoring every sip. It's a small, tangible act that tells your subconscious you're worthy of quality. Listen, you don't have to wait for your bank account to change to start feeling wealthy. Wealth is a state of being. It's an identity you choose long before it's a number on the screen. You are not trying to become abundant. You are stepping into the truth of who you already are. You become the person who is ready to receive, hold, and grow wealth. So start today. Start with the identity. The money is just going to have to hurry up and catch up to who you've already become. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments down below which of these 5 principles you're going to put into practice first. And for more practical, no fluff content on building wealth from the inside out, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon. I also have a video on the exact habits that built my first 10K, and that's the perfect next step for you. You can watch it right here, and I'll see you there in a minute.